During one of his monologues this week, late-night talk show host Jimmy Kimmel absolutely blasted Donald Trump for using his coded racist language, and Kimmel took the extra step of explaining what Donald Trump's coded language actually means. It all started when Kimmel decided to talk about Donald Trump's alleged $50 million fundraiser from this past weekend, where Kimmel, much like myself, doesn't actually believe that Trump managed to raise $50 million in a single night. I mean, we're not going to know the truth about that until they release the numbers next month, but it seems unlikely, and as I've said, it seems a little too convenient because that happens to be exactly double the amount that Biden raised in his fundraiser with Presidents Clinton and Obama. So Trump came out and was like, well, I raised 50. You only raised half that. Yeah, a little too convenient, and Kimmel also doesn't buy it because Kimmel said he's not one to exaggerate, speaking sarcastically about Trump boasting of his $50 million haul. But then Kimmel took aim at the racism from Donald Trump. Because during that fundraiser, with the wealthy elite in that room on Saturday evening, Donald Trump said he only wants people coming into this country from what he calls nice countries. So to that, Kimmel said this. At the fundraiser, he said he wants immigrants to come from nice countries like Denmark and Switzerland and Norway. Whenever Trump says nice, he means white. Now, here's the thing about this statement from Kimmel. You knew that. I knew that. We know what Trump means when he says he doesn't want people coming from, the blank hole countries. He doesn't want them coming from African countries. He doesn't want them coming from South American countries. Oh, I would love people to come from Europe. The white parts of Europe really is what he said. And we've all known that for many, many years because Trump has reiterated that for many, many years. We know that he only wants white people coming into this country. But the thing about Kimmel saying this to his audience is those are not people that are regularly plugged into politics. Those are not people that are tuning in here every single day. They're not watching the Majority Report. They're not watching David Pakman. They're just watching some comedy shows. They may not have even heard that Trump had said those things at that fundraiser. So now they know that he said it and they know what he meant. And they got it in a humorous way from Jimmy Kimmel. And as I've always said, that's the power of these shows, whether it's Kimmel or Colbert or Seth Meyers. When they do these things, they're sending it out to an audience that's not tuning in to be educated about politics, but they end up walking away a little bit smarter than they were before the show began. And that's the power of these programs. There are plenty of people out there who may not like Donald Trump, but hey, I don't think he's racist. And so when you have these shows that are out there explaining to people like, well, hold up, he may not be going around saying, racist words, but he actually is if you know what he means. Then they get that explainer and they're like, oh, I didn't realize that. That never dawned on me because I'm not necessarily paying attention to it. And that's, no fault of theirs. I'm not faulting these people for that. But when they get this information, when they are given the tools, wherever they can get the tools to identify this racist language from Donald Trump, it wakes them up just a little bit more to how dangerous this man is. And that is incredibly important for the American public to learn.